So you worked for a bunch of different companies as a milkman.
Yes.
What were those companies?
Uh, Aristocrat, Foremost Dairies, Lehigh Valley, Martin Century Farms, Balfour, and then the last couple of years Abbott's Dairies.
Now, was that all the same job, or the
Yes.
company got bought out by the other company?
Yes, they changed.
So the company changed. You didn't
Yes.
change jobs.
No, I was in the 676 union, and that's all my years was in that union.
So that's Teamsters.
Teamsters, yes.
So what was a typical day?
I get up around 2:30, 2:45, get into work, load the truck, and off I go. And didn't stop until it was finished. I'd say 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But Wednesdays was always a short day. It was milkman's golf day, Wednesday. We were always done early and playing golf.
So you delivered some days and collected the money the other days?
Every day was, if you collected some, and yeah, you had a different system. Yeah, Saturday was always the longest day. That was probably the biggest collection day was on a Saturday.
So 6 days a week.
Yes.
But then you got off every fifth or sixth week?
I worked 4 weeks on, 1 week off. On that 1 week off, I would work for Sears up in Philadelphia, delivering refrigerators or appliances or stuff. That was an extra pay we got coming in. And help put food on the table.
So did you always have extra work on that week off?
I tried to.
Because my recollection is there were times where you were home that week off.
That was when your mother was sick.
We really looked forward to that.
No, you didn't, because you didn't make the beds or anything like that. Your mother was in the hospital, and I had to crank down on you guys.
Yeah. We
Tell about the toast.
It's a noticeable difference that week you were home.
Are we on?
So yeah, we're on. So you got up at 2:30, and what time did you go to bed?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
So you worked on 4.5 hours sleep.
Yeah.
But you napped them.
But I napped a lot when I came home.
So Christmas Day, I recall you used to have to work Christmas Day. Why was it so important that people got their milk on Christmas Day?
That was the job. Christmas Day, that was a Tuesday, and people got their milk on a Tuesday, but it just happened to be Christmas Day. But later on, I would double up. I'd ask the people if I could double up and skip Christmas Day, and that was okay with them, and that's what I did. Then I was off.
How about snowstorms? Did you have to deliver in the snow?
Worked. One day I worked right around the clock. I had to pull the sleds up the street with the milk and deliver. You couldn't drive the trucks up them.
So let's talk about Wednesdays. As a kid, I recall that we would wait for you at the corner in the summertime and get a ride 500 feet or whatever from the corner to our house. And then we got to pick something out of the freezer, some ice cream out of the freezer. Do you remember that?
I really don't remember that. That was a long time ago.
And my recollection was that the milk truck was a very noisy.
Oh, with the
Vehicle.
bottle clanging and
Everything clanging. Now,
Yeah.
there were no doors. Is that true?
Yeah, we had doors. Oh,
Did
yeah.
you drive with the sides open?
Well, in the wintertime, I had them closed. But if you had to open the door every time you were getting out to make a delivery, you never got done. So usually the doors were open, but you could close them.
Now, how about the seat? I also kind of remember that the seat.
Well, first of all, we had a stand-up Diffco truck, German made. There was no. You stood up the whole time. You drove straight up. You had a brake and a clutch in the same.
You drove standing up.
Drove standing up. Yeah.
And then the later trucks.
And then we got modernized. Yes.
Did those seats hinge? I kind of recall the seat folded out of the way.
Yeah, they did. They fold out of the way so you get out of the seat and you get out of the truck fast. I used to run the milk. I ran all the time.
So it seems to me that the handwriting was on the wall for quite a long time about the end of the milk home delivery business with convenience stores.
Yeah,
Is that the way you recall it?
absolutely, yes. And another company took over, and I told your mother they're going to bankrupt this company for what they were doing. They were sending us all over different places that made no sense. And I was right. They bankrupted the company.
But just for the record, in the early days, the typical household only had one car, right? And the mother was at home with no car, so people couldn't. There were no convenience stores, and people couldn't get there anyway. Is that not the case?
It's true.
And then gradually, everybody started having two cars, and they didn't need home delivery.
Well, you could get it cheaper in the supermarket. So, the housewife is trying to make ends meet. She's going for the cheaper price. So I don't blame them.
So eventually, it just closed down.
Yes. Well, no, they sold our company to, the last company I worked for was Balfour Farms. And then that was it.
So they went out of business, or that you got laid off, or what happened?
No, I left. I went to, drove for a bread company, Richmond Bread, for maybe 2 years, and that was it. Then I went to the racetrack. And I think,
Tell me about the diesel.
I didn't hear that.